You know, English. You studied it, you understand it when you read it, but the moment someone speaks to you in English, your mind goes completely blank. You forget every word you know. Your heart starts beating fast, and you just freeze.
Yeah. And then later at home, you think of everything you wanted to say. Too late.
If that sounds familiar, stay with us, because today's episode is exactly for that moment. The freeze, the fear, the silence. We're going to talk about how to actually speak English with confidence. Not someday, starting today. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Real English Podcast, your go-to English podcast for real conversation practice and easy English in daily life. I'm Olivia.
And I'm David. And if you stayed after that intro, good. You're going to like this one.
Okay, before we start, how are you doing today? How was your morning?
Honestly, a little rough. I had a video call this morning, and at one point someone asked me a question, and I just paused for way too long, like an uncomfortable amount of silence.
Oh no, what did you do?
I said, "That's a great question." And then I kept stalling. It was terrible.
I've done that too. More times than I want to admit. And it's funny because today's topic is literally about that. That moment when you know what you want to say, but your mouth just won't cooperate.
The brain-mouth disconnect. That's what we're calling it today.
Yes. And we have some really practical things to share. Stuff that actually helps. So today, we are talking about speaking English confidently. Not perfectly, confidently. And yes, there's a difference. A big one.
A lot of people think they need to be perfect before they can speak. They wait until they know every grammar rule. They wait until their accent disappears. And they just keep waiting.
And the speaking never comes, right? So we want to change that today.
Before we get into it, though, we have one small favor to ask. If you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is learning English. It really helps us reach more people.
And leave us a comment after the episode. We'll tell you what to write at the end. We really do read them.
Okay, let's go.
Tip number 1, and this one is so important. Stop waiting to be perfect.
Yeah, because perfect is not coming. Sorry, but it's not.
Brutal, but true.
Here's what I mean. Most people treat speaking English like a test. They feel like every sentence has to be correct, every word has to be right, and so they check every sentence in their head before they say it.
And by the time they finish checking, the conversation has moved on.
Exactly. You missed the moment.
I have a metaphor for this. Speaking English under that kind of pressure is like trying to walk while looking at every single step your foot takes. You'd fall.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. You don't think about walking. You just walk. And that's how speaking a language works too, eventually.
Right. You have to let yourself move before you're ready. And the movement is what builds the confidence.
I had this moment a few years ago. I was at a dinner with some colleagues, and they were speaking fast, very fast. And I decided I was just going to talk. Without checking, without preparing. I said something grammatically wrong, I'm sure. But nobody cared. They just responded. And the conversation kept going.
And how did you feel?
Like a small weight came off my shoulders. Because I realized people want to understand you. They're not grading you. They're just talking.
Maybe you know that feeling, that fear of judgment. While you listen, ask yourself, am I waiting for perfect before I try? Okay, tip number 2, and this one surprises people.
Speak more slowly.
Yes! People think that to sound confident, they need to speak fast, like native speakers do. But actually, fast talking when you're nervous just makes everything worse.
When you speak fast, you make more mistakes. You get confused. Your words get tangled. And then you stop. And the stopping is the thing that actually sounds unconfident.
Right. Slow speech sounds calm. It sounds like you're in control.
It's like a captain on a boat in a storm. The ones you trust are not the ones screaming and running around. They're the ones speaking clearly, slowly. We are going to be fine. Everyone to the left side.
Okay, that's a very specific image, but I see it.
Slow speech says, I know what I'm saying. Give me a second and I'll get there.
And if you need a second, take it. You can say, let me think for a moment. Or, that's interesting, let me think. Native speakers do this too.
All the time. I do it in my first language.
So give yourself permission to slow down. It feels weird at first, but people will actually listen better. Tip number 3. Learn a few filler phrases. Okay, explain this for people who don't know what a filler phrase is.
So a filler phrase is a short expression you use to fill a small pause while you're thinking. Native speakers use them constantly. They just don't notice.
Things like, well, or you know, or I mean.
Yes. Or that's a good point, actually. Or, let me think about that. Or, so basically what I want to say is...
These buy you time without the silence feeling awkward.
And they sound natural because they are natural. Everyone uses them.
Think of filler phrases like little bridges. You're walking from one thought to the next, and the bridge gives you time to get there without falling into the water.
I love that. Yeah, without them, you just stand at the edge.
And freeze.
Right. So learn maybe 5 of them. Practice them until they come out without thinking, and suddenly those scary pauses feel much more manageable.
We'll put a few good ones in the word tour at the end, so stay for that. Tip number 4, start small. Really small.
A lot of people try to jump into big conversations too fast. They want to debate politics or explain a complicated idea on their first try, and then it's hard, and they feel bad.
Instead, start with tiny conversations, with the cashier at the store, with a neighbor, with someone waiting for the elevator.
Nice day today. That's enough. That's a win.
And the thing is, these small conversations build something. Each one is like a small brick. You don't feel it at first, but eventually, you have a wall.
I remember when I first moved to a new city, I was terrified to talk to anyone in English. So I made a rule for myself. 1 small conversation a day. Just one.
And?
The first week was uncomfortable. But by week 3, I was starting to enjoy it. I started looking for those little moments.
Because the fear went down a little each time.
Yes, fear is like a muscle in a bad way. The more you avoid something, the stronger the fear gets. But if you face it in small doses, it gets smaller.
Maybe you know that. Something you keep putting off because it feels too scary. One small step is enough. You don't have to do everything at once.
Okay, last tip. Tip number 5. And I know people don't want to hear this one.
I already know what it is, and I already don't want to do it.
Record yourself speaking English. I know, but listen, when you hear yourself, you notice things you never notice while speaking. You hear where you hesitate, you hear what words you avoid, you hear what actually sounds fine, even when it felt terrible in the moment.
That's true. I did this once, and I was honestly surprised. I expected to sound terrible, and some of it was not great, but a lot of it was actually okay.
And that surprise is useful because your self-image when speaking is usually much harsher than reality.
You think you sound awful, but you don't.
Your voice in your head is like a funhouse mirror. It makes everything look worse than it is.
So when you record yourself, you see the real mirror, the normal one.
Just 1 minute. You don't need to record a whole speech. Talk about your day. Describe your room. Say what you had for breakfast. 1 minute.
And listen back with curiosity, not judgment, like a coach watching a game, not a critic looking for failure.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, we used some words today that are worth slowing down on. Let's do a quick word tour.
Yeah, let's do it.
Word number 1, confidence. When we say confidence, we mean the feeling that you can do something, even if it's hard. You don't know you'll succeed, but you believe you can try.
Example 1. She spoke with confidence, even though she made some mistakes. Example 2. Confidence comes with practice, not with waiting.
Word 2, freeze. To freeze means to suddenly stop moving or speaking because of fear or surprise, like when your brain goes blank.
Example 1. I froze when they asked me a question in the meeting. Example 2. Don't freeze. Just say something, anything, and keep going.
Word 3, filler phrase. A short expression used to fill a pause while thinking. Things like, well, you know, I mean, let me think, or basically.
Example 1. I use well a lot as a filler phrase when I need a moment. Example 2. Learning a few filler phrases helped me feel less nervous in conversation.
Word 4, hesitate. To hesitate means to pause before doing or saying something because you're unsure or a little scared.
Example 1. Don't hesitate too long. Just start speaking. Example 2. She hesitated for a second, then answered.
Word 5, self-image. Your self-image is how you see yourself, how you imagine you appear to others.
Example 1. My self-image when speaking English was very negative, but the recording showed me I was being too hard on myself. Example 2. A good self-image doesn't mean thinking you're perfect. It means being fair to yourself.
And last one, word 6, manageable. When something is manageable, it means it's possible to handle. It might not be easy, but it's doable.
Example 1. The fear doesn't disappear completely, but it becomes manageable. Example 2. Start with small steps. It makes the whole thing feel more manageable.
Okay, before we finish, here are a few things you can do today. Not tomorrow, today.
Step 1. Notice one moment when you freeze in English. Just notice it. You don't have to fix it yet. Just see it.
Step 2. Learn 2 filler phrases. Pick ones that feel natural to you. Maybe, let me think, and I mean. Practice them out loud, alone, right now if you want.
Step 3. Have one tiny conversation in English today. It can be with a real person, or even with a chatbot, or with yourself in the mirror.
Step 4. Record 30 seconds of yourself speaking English. Just 30 seconds. Listen back once. Don't judge. Just listen.
Step 5. Be kind to yourself after. Speaking a second language is genuinely hard. Give yourself some credit for trying.
And after you finish today's little steps, say something kind to yourself. Out loud if you can. You're doing more than you think.
In the comments, you can write this. One thing that makes me freeze in English is, we really want to read those. You might be surprised how many people feel the same way.
Quick recap before we go.
Tip 1, stop waiting to be perfect. Perfection is not a requirement to speak.
Tip 2, slow down. Slow speech sounds calm and confident, not unsure.
Tip 3, use filler phrases. They buy you time and they sound completely natural.
Tip 4, start with small conversations. One tiny exchange a day builds real confidence over time.
Tip 5, record yourself. You are probably better than you think.
5 small things. You don't have to do all of them at once.
Thank you so much for listening today. Really.
The time you spent here wasn't wasted. You spent it on yourself, on your growth. That matters.
And here's a small question to take with you. When was the last time you spoke English and actually felt okay about it? Think about that moment. Remember it. That's proof you can do this.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. One friend, one colleague, one family member who is learning English.
We'd love to grow this little community together.
This was the Real English Podcast. I'm Olivia.
And I'm David. Take care, keep going, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.